Thought I would come outside and record this intro now that the beautiful Rose of Sharon is in bloom. Listen, I got to thinking that we haven't done one of these old school sort of holy grail makeup videos in such a long time. I miss those. Remember when everybody used to do them and you would just like look forward to having tons of them to look through? Let's get into it. These are products I've been loving. Well, this is it. This is my holy grail product. I'm just joking. It's not actually. Don't use this very much. This is an LED current body mask. And I don't use it. Not that into the whole LED of it all. Okay, before we get deep into things, I just want to say I'm also a writer, helenavery.substack.com, where you can sign up for my humor essay, if you want to call them that, newsletters. But I also talk about a lot of products that I've been testing and what I think of them. I've got this whole video actually as a written list also, and also a tally of how much I've spent on all this nonsense. I'll link it up in all the places you find links. Go ahead and give it a read and let me know what you think. I don't feel like I've ever been able to connect here on a humor level the way I do through my writing, so I would encourage you just to go and have a look, sign up for it. It's entirely free, not a scam or anything like that. It's just good old-fashioned fun delivered to your inbox. So I don't have this product on hand, so I will just insert an image, but I start off every morning just with my eyes all crusty and feeling exhausted. I am not a morning person, so I drag myself to the sink and I wash my face with something from Neutrogena, something gentle. I don't like spending a lot on cleanser because it's just on your face for like a minute and then you wash it off. And I find the Neutrogena one's quite gentle for the morning. I don't need a lot. I don't need I don't have an oily face or anything when I wake up. So I just use the most non-drying cleanser that I can find. And so far for me, that has been Neutrogena. I can't remember the exact name of it, but again, I will put a picture of the product up. Then my next step every morning is to put on Clinique's Even Better Dark Spot Serum because I am of Asian extraction and I'm starting to get these dark age spots, which are very typical on Asian skin. And they're gone right now. I don't even really have any to show you because of this serum. I was starting to get a big splotch and it took forever. It took like 4 months, but at the 4-month mark, I didn't have any dark spot left. So I consequently swear by this product. I had roasted it and now I'm eating my words because it is so good. I actually emptied this one and have a replacement. I am dealing with all the background noise today. It's like garbage day in my neighborhood, so I hear the trucks passing by. My husband's on a phone call in the next room, and my son is having a bath down the hall. So I'm going to try my best to lower those noises. So with that, hopefully you guys don't hear any background noise. Okay, after I put the serum in, then the next step is moisturizer. I always moisturize with Cicaplast Balm B5. The pro of this is that it is so moisturizing and rich, and the con of it is that it is a little thick. Like if you have a deep skin tone, sometimes that shows up and takes a long time to sink in. But overall, a really good product for the price. I forgot to mention the pros and cons of this one. The pro is that, it works if you have 4 months to spend. The con is definitely the price. This stuff is ultra expensive. I will not be buying this unless it's on sale. It's too pricey. I think that this one was over $100. Crazy, right? Okay, so Cicaplast Balm B5. It's thick, thick, thick. Let's put it on here somewhere. Right, so you can see it's leaving a white cast. But if you have time, patience, and very dry skin, it'll look good. And it makes a really nice base under foundation, which is what we're going to look at next. Oh my God, no, I lied. We're actually looking at Darphin and Trol Environmental Lightweight Shield SPF 50. Look how little is in this. This is crazy. I love this stuff, though. It looks so good under makeup. It looks good on its own, too. It gives a beautiful shimmery shine, sinks right in, probably not suitable for deep skin tones. The pro of it is that it absorbs like a dream. The con of it, again, is the price. Stupid price for this. I can't remember how much offhand, but I will say that you can get, if you're in the U.S., not in Canada, but if you are in the U.S., there's a dupe for this by Clinique. It's Clinique Pep Start, and the bottle looks exactly like this. The ingredient list is exactly the same. I've written about this sort of crazy, I don't want to call it a scam, but this crazy dupe situation. It's the same parent company. These products are identical. So if you don't want to shell out for this one, just get the Clinique version. This is SPF 50, and I swear I get very, very little color. It must work well. I get very, very little color on my face over the summer using this product. Okay, foundation is something that I've tested here on this channel, and the one I keep coming back to is Revlon's Color Stay, and this is not what the bottle looks like anymore. They've changed it now to have some blue aspects in it. I think in the lettering it has some blue, and it's got hyaluronic acid now. I have not tried the new formula, so I stocked up on this older one that I think went out going to say a year and a half ago, they stopped making this exact one and they replaced it with the improved version, which I have not tried yet. This is my favorite soft matte. I think it's a great dupe for Estee Lauder's expensive long wear foundation. What I hate about the Estee Lauder one, which I also have, but I'm running out of, is that one does not have a pump dispenser. It's just got like the runny open tube thing. That's so stupid. If you want a pump, there's actually an extra cost on top of it to get that pump. That's my like one real knock on that particular foundation. But the pro of this foundation is it really is long wear. This is the best looking one, but it does let a little bit of shine out, so it doesn't deaden your face completely, as you can see here. Still have some sort of skin effect coming through. And the con is that, of course, they don't make it anymore. So when I do run out of this, if I don't like the new formulation, I'm going to be hunting it down on Amazon. And I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully I do like the new one. In terms of brush, oh, look, I'm going to put the hand behind the product, just like a real YouTuber. Even though I'm using my phone, not like one of those cameras that's got a zero in on it. This is the Real Techniques brush, and it's my favorite one for foundation. Yeah, and I sometimes use my fingers. I don't often use a sponge, but the Real Techniques sponge is good as well in terms of like a dupe for Beauty Blender. I know some people swear by Beauty Blender, but I don't. I actually think the Real Techniques one is a nicer sponge. Inexpensive, washes out really well. I'm going to give you a tip for washing out longwear foundation. And, oh, you can see the dark spot here on my finger. This is something called melanechia, so don't email me saying that's like something dangerous. So, I did get it checked out by a dermatologist. It is normal to get these dark lines, but I just have to watch out for if anything ever changes about it. Then I've got to like rush myself back in there and get it checked out. But it comes from like, in this case, it was trauma. I dropped like a barbell on it. And ever since then, I've got this dark mark. It's so ugly. I do apologize, and I often try and hide my finger like that. But anyway, so you wash these, very simple. You'll find longwear foundation clings in your brushes like crazy. The way to get rid of it, very simple. About a teaspoon of Dawn or some other really good washing liquid, but I prefer Dawn. I think it works the best at taking stains out. And equal amount baking soda. Put them together in like, a drinking glass. Maybe add another teaspoon of water to sort of emulsify the whole mix. Drop this down into the glass and just swirl it around, and you'll see it'll take out the majority of the foundation in a way that using soap does not. And of course, for a much lesser price than those expensive like brush cleanser solutions. So if you saw my previous video about Sephora samples, I did that completely barefaced. You'll see I have barely any eyebrows, okay? My eyebrows deserted me a long time ago, and they did not come back. They are like the ghost of eyebrows past. What do I do about that? I use Tarte's, what is this called? It is called Sketch and Set. And the reason I picked up this particular product, I was sold on it from a salesperson at Sephora, and she said, for the price, like most of our products just have pencil on one side. But the great thing about this particular product by Tarte is that on the other side, it has actual gel. Most of them just have a spoolie on the other side. So for $30 Canadian prices, it's less in the US, but for $30, you actually get something that has a gel on the other side, making it, a double product for one price. So if you're going to spend a stupid price like $30 on your eyebrows, may as well get something that has a product on both ends. So again, the pro is that it's double-ended. The con is that the colors are not the best. They don't have the best color range. I think that Benefit actually is a much nicer color range for me anyway, because I'm a true neutral, and this one pulls just the tiniest bit orangey. It's not a perfect match for my eyebrows, but I do love the convenience of it, and the gel is actually nice. The brush is like amazing, so there aren't too many that have this teeny tiny little brush that really picks up on your ghost hairs. You know what I'm saying? So what you see is like when I build my makeup, I'm kind of work systematically from the top down. And so that's the way I'm also showing you these products. Next up, I will do my eyeshadow every morning. And I use Charlotte Tilbury's Quad. This is called the Sophisticate. And what I love about this, let's do the whole YouTuber thing. What I love about this is it's one of the few true neutral palettes for eyeshadow. I don't know what it is about Charlotte Tilbury. She still loves those warm colors. And when I say warm, I mean orange leaning colors, or it's like purpley. There's not a lot of true neutrals. This is one of them. I love almost every shade in here. I don't use this white shade as much as I use the other ones. This is like my favorite all over shade. And then this is one sort of that I use for the crease. I'm not that good at putting on eyeshadow. I will admit that readily. This makes it really, really easy. This is probably the easiest to blend formula that I've ever used. You just basically touch it on there, just sweep with your brush, no skill necessary. And if you don't nail it, you just sort of like clean it up with a sponge or something like that, right? But so easy to use. The pro is that the formula is so good. The con is the price. The price is stupid for this thing. The other con is that I really only use this color and I use this color, and that's pretty much it. So the other two are not getting much use. I will use this sometimes in my eyebrows because it doesn't have any sparkle in it. This one I'll use now and again, but I'm not a big one for highlighting these spots here. So let's talk eyelashes now. This is such a challenge for me. I have straight and almost non-existent eyelashes, but what I do is I curl them with the Shu Imura curler, which is the best curler as far as I'm concerned, and I curl them in two spots. One at the very tips. This is what you have to do if your eyelashes are straight. And once again at the base. And that's how you get the best actual curl. I know that this is more expensive than other eyelash curlers you can get, and so of course the con is the high price, but the pro is that it will not rip your eyelashes out, which is always a bonus. Once you've curled, my favorite mascara, I mean, if you really want this curl to stay, you want to use waterproof mascara. There just isn't any other way around it. I don't though, because it's so hard to get it off and it can flake on my lower face here during the day. One that never ever flakes, although it doesn't keep the curl quite as well, but it's still good. It's this number 7 Stay Perfect Tubing Mascara. And I apologize that it is dirty because for some reason they put it in a case that just attracts dirt. This stuff is amazing. Love this product so much. You can get it at CVS. I think Ulta carries it. Not readily available here in Canada, so this is something I stock up on whenever I'm in the US. Pretty sure I can get it mailed here though. So there's a will, there's a way when it comes to beauty stuff. Am I right, ladies? So what's great about this is, yeah, it's tubing. So what happens is, I really need a mirror to be able to do this, not looking in like my phone screen. What's great about tubing mascara, oh, this is really pretty, is that when you put a little bit of face cleanser and water on it, the tubes just come right off. So they just come right off your eye. You don't get a lot of like raccoon eyes or anything like that. They just slide off into the sink, which is kind of gratifying. You can also use this as a layer and build like a normal mascara on top of it too, and you'll still keep that tubing effect. Like you can use it as a primer. That's what I'm trying to say. But I mean, two different mascaras feels like a lot. So the pro of this mascara is that it's a tubing mascara, and it is very hard to find tubing mascaras in general. There's one called Blink, I believe, that is sold at Sephora, and it's not very good at all. I don't buy that one. I bought it once and I had to return it. The con of this particular mascara is that it does not give a lot of volume or a lot of oomph. It's very, very subtle. Okay, so liquid eyeliner is something that I actually do before mascara, so I'm doing these in the wrong order, but I know you'll forgive me. Okay, listen, I know from liquid eyeliner, I have tested out a lot of them. These are actually my mom's. She didn't like them, so she passed them on to me. It's fine. She didn't have an eye infection, and I don't either. So tried all these. These are like Revlon, Sephora's, you know what I'm saying. These are the best too. Unfortunately, they are also the most expensive too. Unsurprisingly from what you've seen here, I like the bougie stuff. Okay, listen, because I'm stupid, I like to use 2 different types of liquid eyeliner. I first start out always, if I'm trying to do a cat eye, which is 85% of the time, I start with Clinique's High Impact Easy Liquid Liner. So I use this as the fine one. Oh my God, why do I keep trying to do my makeup right inside the iPhone like display? Because if I'm taking a selfie, you can't. Okay. So this one, there's a beautiful fine line. I start with this. This one is beautiful for touching up as well. But when I want that oomph and that depth, I switch over to a nice thicker line of this Stila. And this is a classic. I've been using this for more than 10 years. Stale date, waterproof liquid eyeliner. And this stuff, it does not budge. Love it. This is great. It is a thicker tip. This is a thinner tip. The Clinique has a little bit more of a tendency to splay, like the bristles sometimes poke out. When the bristles start going wonky like that, what I do is I sterilize nail scissors and I just snip off the errant ones, or else it draws on your face. If you've ever had that experience, and if that's a reason you don't like the brushes, just snip them off. But you have to sterilize these scissors. Anything that you want to touch on that, you have to sterilize it first. Look at me talking about sterilizing things after I just admitted to sharing liquid eyeliner. But anyway, the pros and cons of these 2 particular eyeliners, I don't really have any cons. I think they're both amazing. The Clinique one is thinner. The Stila one is a bit thicker. But the con, I guess would be the price. So if you are an elder millennial / Gen X like me, you probably really like your blush and you wear it nice and low on your face, as I am doing right now. Apparently the young people are wearing it much more up here. I just feel like more is more when it comes to blush. I wear a lot of blush and I like it, and that's how I like it. Okay, I'm going to show you what I like. I like this Bare Minerals bronzer. You can see I'm hitting pan on this one, getting there. It really is just blush. It doesn't have a lot of bronzer aspect. I don't know why they called it that, but it's a nice sort of pink that has almost a little bit of blue in it. So that is actually what I'm wearing today. I like those days best when I'm using this one. I try and switch between this and another one because it's just so quick, right? You just pick it up with a brush and you're done. Takes no time at all. What takes a bit longer, but is worth it. Oh, wait. No, but you guys, I'm wrong. I'm not wearing this one today. I'm actually wearing this. This is Nude Sticks Tiger Lily Queen. I saw this on Hindash's makeup channel. He is an actual artist, like paintbrush canvas artist who also does makeup. So he makes the most beautiful choices for people's like complexions. I love watching him put on foundation. I love watching him. There's just such an artistry in what he does when he actually applies it to the face because of the way he brushes it on. Anyhow, without any further chat, I want to show it to you. So it is this almost glossy blush, and it doesn't look that appealing here. You would think it was going to apply like that. The secret is really to apply it to your hand first. Don't go in and then try and blend it out. I don't feel it works that nicely. What you then do is you pick it up, and there's a handy little brush on the other end of these, and then you can just use this. I tend to use a fluffier brush though, because I find that this one is just a little too teensy. But in a pinch, like if you're not at home or you're traveling, it's certainly adequate. And the cool thing is these pop off if you want to wash it too, so you're not stuck. You can wash just the tip if that's what you choose to do. So I love this product. Pro is that it's such a pretty peach color. I feel like it's like one of those universally flattering peach colors. The con is that it's a little harder to apply, as all of these are. People are like, it's not hard to apply. Yes, it is. It's harder than powder to apply. It's harder than powder to apply. I don't know what else to say. That is a con. And also it's expensive. So if I want to have a contour moment, which I don't really, because I don't really contour. I don't contour my nose, as you'll see, I leave it. I sometimes will just put in a little bit of color right here because my top of my forehead here is always just a little bit darker. That's very common. This might be another foundation color, but instead of using two foundation colors, I just use my foundation. Just try and use a little bit less here. And then I will dot a little bit of this, which is Nude Sticks Manila. This came in a trio pack from the beauty guru Glamzilla. She did a collab with them. So this was the contour color among them. So I will just dab a teeny tiny bit up here on the old forehead, and then I will blend it in. Oh, you can see, yeah, you can see a little dot there. And so then I will just take this and just to darken up this part of my hairline so it looks sort of like my skin does without foundation. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm just prattling on here. Forgive me. Love this product. Love Nude Sticks. I feel like they're having a moment right now. Helen in editing here, I just forgot to add that I will have links for all of these products down below in the description box. Did you guys notice I even put the candles on for you? Can you speak about here? It's very YouTube circa 2017, am I right? Okay, so after all that work, I look like this. Which, you know, I'm not a makeup artist or anything like that. I'm just a regular woman trying to get ready for the day. Putting all these things on takes about 10 minutes. Last step, which I don't always do, because I don't always like to wear lipstick, because I like to eat bread and toast in the morning, and because I don't want to eat my lipstick off my toast. I usually don't, but once in a while I put some lipstick on. My favorite is just this old school Revlon stuff, right? This is number 725. Love that red. I wear this a lot. It's the super lustrous formula, so it is a very moisturizing formula, and it doesn't feel like very much on. It's this beautiful sort of, I think, pinky red. I think this is the right one. What's it? Why do I keep doing that? I have to use this mirror. Okay. Once I've got it on, you can see how it really, like, wide blush is important, because if you just had this with no blush, it would just pull all the color out of your face. You would just look like many shades lighter, and not in a good way. You just look pale, but you need a lot of blush if you're going to be wearing a red lip. Okay, so once I got it on, just a thin layer from the bullet, I use this to sort of just fill in any spots. If I just want to have like a red stain, what I'll do is I'll just let this sit for about 20 minutes, and I'll wipe it off with a Kleenex or a tissue, and then I'll just have the red lips without the sort of lipstickiness of it all, and they'll stay pink probably most of the day, you know, unless I eat something kind of oily, which tends to really dissolve it rather quickly. No cons for this lipstick. It is just chef's kiss. You know, it's been around forever for a good reason. It's because it works really, really well, and the price is right. I think this Revlon lipstick was like maybe $7. Definitely as good as MAC lipsticks or any high-end, even Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. There's nothing wrong with this stuff. It's been around since forever. since Marilyn Monroe, used to have one of these as her favorite. I think Fire and Ice was her shade. And you just can't do better than this, I think. This is my favorite lipstick of them all. So I hope that was a little fun, nostalgic trip. And I got to do a little bit of a touch-up on the old makeup with you guys. I would love it, again, if you could sign up for my newsletter, helenavery.substack.com. It comes out once a week. It's usually kind of funny or fun or silly or something like that, but I really enjoy writing that, and I think I deliver value to all of my audience as well. Thanks so much. We'll see you on the next one.